Time out is Kelsito, the spirit coach, getting you in shape and form for the age of Aquarius yet again. And let's build. Okay. We're gonna talk about astrology works best when you're not human. When you're not human though. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna break that down real quick and shit like that so y'all can understand what y'all dealing with, because we all dealing with forms of information, light, and there are certain lights that we emit based upon us being spirits within bodies, that kind of attest to you know what we would call down here color. You know what I'm saying? So you may be in a red type of vibration, so you know what I'm saying, you may create the color red. That's when you and your passion, you may be happy, so you may create the color yellow. You know what I'm saying? You may be in, you may be uh starting to, learn more about something that was detrimental for you or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And you start to learn more about a passion or something like that, or a feeling or something like that. And what you learn broaden your horizon. You know what I'm saying? That's like orange. You may be stable, and trying to stabilize and trying to, get some growth or whatever. So that may be like green, so you may be trying to get some boundaries and restrictions and shit like that. So you may be emitting the color of silver and shit like that. But this is all spiritually, speculative, observation. And so once you have a correspondence to what you may be doing on the internal, and then you correspond that, because we create the external with the internal. Once we create the once we can correspond the internal with the external, this is how you can better influence people. You know what I'm saying? Or be it, or influence your environment and shit like that. You might come through a time wearing red when it might be the time to need. You know what I'm saying? Or some shit like that. Y'all gotta understand color magic and how it affects the subconscious. You know what I'm saying? But first of all, I want to let you know as a personal that astrology work way better when you're not human. And you know what I'm saying? Because now, what is human? You know what I'm saying? Now we talking about hue man. Now hue is just another word for shades of color and shit like that. So we got the hues of the rainbow. We all know that. Now, man, before we get to calling each other man and things, men and women, you know what I'm saying? We all know that we male and female. So therefore, you know what I'm saying? What is we talking about with a man? We're talking about a certain idea, you know what I'm saying? And so when we go to and look at that idea of what a man is, it's certain principles and virtues that a man carried out, you know what I'm saying, that was able to came from the Latin Greek terms, um, going all the way back to when they wrote them in the Bible and things and shit like that. So man is another word for light, information, externalizing, and things of that nature. So therefore, why they calling y'all humans is because you're a part of this energy in a specific way. So you are a spirit within a being under these vests, under these lights and colors and shit like that. We all into, you know what I'm saying, emitting your light and shit like that. So you're a colorful light. You're a colorful man and shit like that. Or, you know what I'm saying? So other than that, they will call y'all human woman. So that's the mind you got to get into when knowing about these motherfucking energies and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because um, it's better to know astrology when you're not human and shit like that. So you can disassociate with these energies and as a spirit, and know that you create these colors. You go through different shades. You go through different colors. You go through different moods. You go through different feelings. You go through different emotions. You go through different ways of seeing, ways of feeling, ways of thinking. You know what I'm saying? Ways of, practicalizing, ways of communicating. So a lot of these is different colors and shit like that. So that's why you're a colorful thought or a colorful man or a colorful existence. You bring color into this realm of reality. So reality works better. I mean, well, What did I say? What did I say? Said how do this goddamn video, y'all? Astrology works better when you're not human. Okay? Because humans get affected by too much. You know what I'm saying? Humans may get affected by, things that they see within, on social media. They may get affected by, just them being different and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And if you a spirit that ain't really like participating in human shit all the time, you may look at these things and these colors and vibrations, and you may respect each and every individual within that colors, these colors that's going on. And I'm just saying color for the lack of better words. This could be, you know, like I said, it's a vibe and shit like that. So regardless, it's a global ritual going on. All y'all going into work, and y'all all doing one type of action. You know what I'm saying? All y'all that's on the internet, you know what I'm saying? Y'all all do. So it's like colors. It's like colors, you know what I'm saying? And so if you're an individual and shit like that, and you don't necessarily like participating in too much of them colors and shit like that, because you know that a lot of that shit ain't healthy, which is partly true, because a lot of that shit that they create for y'all to spend y'all time on don't really be anything of constructive, you know what I'm saying, as far as getting your mind together and for you to create your own Twitter or shit or run the world or shit like that. It'd be shit like, you know what I'm saying, y'all just get into that, you know what I'm saying, that that keep your mind within a specific area, you know what I'm saying? So with being in that specific area, you know what I'm saying, you as a spirit, you emit lights and shit within that area and add colors to that, and that's how manifestation is happening. Whether if you was into your own thing, you know what I'm saying, you will emit your own shit, you will emit giving time to your own space, but you don't want to do that. Why? Because for the most part, maybe that separation aspect you're not ready for, and to do that within your own space, and do that within your own space to start, exploring, how far of a distance in your capabilities and incapabilities, and how far they can go and can't go and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, we just spend all of our time, looking at receiving and shit like that, when we all creators. So, you know what I'm saying? A human isn't creator. A human only can receive what's created and shit like that. That's why we're under the humans are under the colorful lights and the mentalities. And these chakras is your mentalities, aka the sun, Saturn, all through Pluto. They parts of your mentalities and shit like that. So the sun is the one that you use to, be conscious, or we use conscious awareness. The moon is the one, you know what I'm saying, you use to react and respond. Mercury is the one you use to communicate, think, analyze, and gain information. You know what I'm saying? Um, Mars is the one you use for your passions and motivation. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucking Venus is the one you use for love, pleasure, values, indulgence, giving and balance, receiving and taking. Jupiter is the one you use for expansion, contraction, placing meanings and reasonings, having faith. Saturn is the one you use for structure, reality, time, limitations, you know what I'm saying? And so forth. And we can go down the line. You know what I'm saying? Neptune is the one you use for imaginations and dreams. Now, you got to organize these things and shit like that. So these are like part of our organ system. And this is how we created the body to even experience. So therefore, you know what I'm saying, you can't, as a human, you can't use, you know what I'm saying, you can't create light and shit like that. You up under lights, only receiving light and information and shit like that. When you're not a human and shit like that, which is really the aspect of how you supposed to look at shit, because we all just spirits inhabiting human existence and human bodies and shit like that, and flesh. Other than that, you an animal, you know what I'm saying? Because this is an animal body. So therefore, you know what I'm saying, if you want to be, an animal, but obviously, you can have certain thoughts and ideas and conscious awareness, you know what I'm saying, that can go beyond above an animal and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You can have things that prophetic and bring things down. So that means not only are you a part of the you're part of the man, the mentality, the ability to create, the ability to externalize. So that's man mentality and shit like that. We create those by states of beings and awareness and shit like that. And based upon whatever state of being we in, you know what I'm saying, that's going to, you know, that frequency, you know what I'm saying, once you stay on the line of frequency and things of that nature, that becomes heavy, it starts vibrating, you know, and it becomes like water. So that's like that flame becoming water. And then now you get to, you know what I'm saying, get accumulate within that and shit like that. But we do that within the areas of how we need to sustain ourselves. And we did that based upon, you know, going within this cycle, this cipher, this water snake that we in, and learning its, you know, its ins and outs and shit like that, and have the same similar desires. And we actually really just create off desires and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, it wouldn't be no need to connect. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't be on Facebook looking aimlessly. You wouldn't be on Twitter looking aimlessly. You know what I'm saying? Trying to participate, but it ain't really for you if you're the wiser spirit, nothing to really participate in, because like you kind of protective over your energy. And then, you know, you like to be delicate and stuff, especially if you got some type of real God mission in the world where you want to spend your time on more things. So, you know, so that's the thing. So you as a human and shit like that, you only can receive these things. You know what I'm saying? You can't create these things. And as a spirit, and I'm gonna tell you, as a spirit in the body, like, you create these things. You create, you know what I'm saying, awarenesses. You create lights. Now, depending on how weak of a spirit you are to fight through and keep going with your creation, you know what I'm saying, that's going to judge, you know, you only get what you give. You know what I'm saying? So if you put a lot of percentage level in, you get that back. If you don't, you know what I'm saying, you don't get it back. But you know, we creating hues right now. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, even me right now. So I might be communicating and shit like that, but based upon what I'm communicating, how I'm communicating, it's a certain hue. So it may be like blue because I'm communicating and shit like that. But for the most part, I'm creating that. And then I'm adding green to make it like practical a little bit. So to make it like and be able to grow on you and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Or to make it make sense, or to make it stable where it may not be stable in a sense of like where material is and shit like that, far as like Saturn, that's like material, actually material you can see. But for the most part, if you bounce off this knowledge and shit and receive the relativeness of it, you know what I'm saying, you'll understand that it's some grounding within that. And that's how we even created these grounds that we stand on today as human, based on accumulation and the world we created. So, you know what I'm saying, we create this world, we like coming into this world, boom. So therefore, you know what I'm saying, but this ain't the only necessarily world we got to be paying attention to, or how looking at the world as in the context that it was told for us to look in, aka you thinking you're a human. So when you think you're a human, you know what I'm saying, you're under subject to others ideals and principles of what even a human is and shit like that. You know what I'm saying, virtues of what that even is. Now I'm not saying you're not, obviously I'm stating the obvious, right? You're in a body, you know, you're in a body, you got to take care of your body and shit like that. But for the most part, you know, understanding the actual starting point of what even culminated these words and why we're saying it and why they calling you a human. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, well, y'all gotta understand words was created and they mean something. Y'all, if y'all don't just think like people just made up words and y'all just gave it because they sound good, y'all got another fucking thing coming. Y'all got another fucking thing coming. You know? So yeah, you got to be a little bit aware. That's where we get to spiritual awareness and shit like that. So, you know, astrology works best where you're not human. You know what I'm saying? Humans get affected by too much. You know what I'm saying? And shit like that. They don't know how to separate, you know, from um, what was created for them and what in their creation. You know what I'm saying? Their starting point that you hear, and you got a mind, and you got a way to think, and you got a way to see shit, and you got a way to interpret. You know what I'm saying? So humans don't see that part. You know what I'm saying? Humans just be like, listen to the news. You know what I'm saying? Listen to the, you know what I'm saying? It's like, listen to this scientist, this recommended PhD from this college. You know what I'm saying? Not even questioning how things took its course to even get where they at, where we can, where we feel so sure and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So there, so astrology works best when you're not a human, because you understand that you're not just with under these lights and shit like that, that you create these and you have your own chakra system too and shit like that. So you create Jupiter, you create a sun, you know what I'm saying? You willed yourself here, and you willed yourself here based upon your desire and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So we all got a desire. That's why we came through fucking and shit like that. So we came through the lower chakras and shit like that. We got born through the lower chakras. We get born through the lower chakras, which is the waist down and shit. You know what I'm saying? That represents our desires, our sexual urges. You know what I'm saying? Um, even our internal energies, the lower half. And then we supposed to die through, you know what I'm saying, what we express, you know what I'm saying, our mentalities, our thoughts, you know what I'm saying, our ideas and shit like that. So when you die, people can remember you and shit like that. But if you don't create nothing for yourself, when you die and shit like that, you ain't gonna be remembered. You know what I'm saying? You only gonna be remembered. And that goes deeper in context too. So, astrology works way better when you're not a human and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we all of y'all that's only here talking astrology and things, that's the key. You know what I'm saying? Don't be, you can't be a human talking astrology and shit like that. You got the wrong context. A lot of these astrology already been played with. It got baggage on it too, because it get deeper than what I'm actually talking about when it comes to the planets actually being planets and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And go into those terms. But we got spoon feed, people and shit like that, because I know a lot of people that watch me kind of like interested, you know what I'm saying, but may not know that y'all don't know what I know. Y'all don't. Unless, other than that, y'all would kind of be coming up to me, talking to me like that, unless you part of like Soul Group or some shit like that. You know, other than that. So, um, yeah, so when you are human and shit like that, you be all up under these colorful hues and shit like that. We go through, and that's like the moods, you know what I'm saying, the vibes and shit like that. So and then within those vibes and shit like that, you have a mentality within those certain vibes. So you like a rainbow, you know what I'm saying? You like your own rainbow and shit like that. And we live within water and shit like that. So this is water, you know what I'm saying? This is just a higher density form of water, air and shit like that. I don't care if they try to call it different names and shit like that. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Water and shit like that. So, within this body of water that we stay in and shit, this is, the more the water that's more correlated to the land creature, you know what I'm saying, or the upright idea. So it's not more correlated to like the feminine internal yin, which would be like underwater and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Based upon us and what we own. You know what I'm saying? We're more air and air and earth. So that would be logic, left brain. And earth would be practicalizing, and water would be, and then you got water, which would be emotion and right brain. And then you got fire too, which would be like space or transformation or just what's taking course and shit like that, and openness and just space itself. That's fire. So yeah, so we got moon opposed Pluto right now. What it do, Mac? Dang. We got moon opposed Pluto right now. And this is feeling uncomfortable with the world's business and associations and shit like that. So yeah, we are feeling uncomfortable with the world right now and the way they associate themselves. You know what I'm saying? So, y'all make sure that y'all not falling into the shenanigans and shit like that, and y'all standing up for who y'all are and the intellect and the reality of who you are right now. You know what I'm saying? And help make sure that's close so you can have some balance with this energy. You know what I'm saying? But, It was a part of the reason why I had to make this video, because I got online. I just started seeing too much human activity. I'm like, damn, where do I go to? Like, I'm trying to get to a new, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get to God. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be in like too many routines and patterns and shit like that, with a bunch of people that ain't evolving fast as me. So I want to be a little bit better with, like, and it ain't even evolving. Like it's not even evolving. It's really just kind of ripping the it's just kind of ripping the lie up. You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of like tearing the paper up. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was y'all teaching me? So therefore, so like I just got on, Jesus, social media sites and shit like that, and I just saw too much human activity. So I'm like, where we go? You know what I'm saying? Where we go, where our mind go and shit like that. And I can just do that and stuff like that because it's the world need God right now. You know what I'm saying? Like ain't nobody got the answers, not even the shadow government. So, I might as well just, go ahead, start my live right now. You know what I'm saying? Just kick it up, chop it up with everybody and shit like that. Make sure everybody cool and stuff. Let us know that, you know what I'm saying, what a human is. And shit like that. So we can know that we ain't with the shenanigans. So we don't manifest, because you manifest what you put in is what you get back. So if you put in energy within affairs, I don't care what you convincing yourself or not. You know what I'm saying? Attention, where attention goes, energy flows. So if you put energy into bullshit, it take that same amount of energy that you put in to get out. You know what I'm saying? So that's please believe it. Please believe it. You feel me? So we gonna you know what I'm saying, we gonna make sure that everybody is good today. So what's going on with the stars and shit like that? So yeah, so now we got that cleared and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That astrology works best when you're not human and shit. You're not a colorful light. You know what I'm saying? As human, as spirits, we create colorful lights. We create different vibes. We create different moods. We create different palettes. You know what I'm saying? We create that. You know what I'm saying? We not the light and shit like that. So every movie that tell you about going into the light, you know what I'm saying? That's light is a form. Light is formation and shit like that. Light is accumulation. You know what I'm saying? Light gets emitted and shit by two objects, two or more objects coming together. You know what I'm saying? So that's the product of something. You know what I'm saying? So that's even when y'all do sun worship, y'all humans, y'all do sun worship and y'all think the sun is a floating light bulb. No, it's not. I talked about that before in my other videos. You know what I'm saying? It's a product of two high velocity bodies of water crashing into each other and shit like that. So, that's the aspect we looking at it in. So, no human activities and shit. Now that the human activities is over and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. So we got motherfucking damn, my fucking phone is dying. I'll just do it right here. Yeah, so we about to have the moon going to Leo. So y'all already know what time it is when moon get into Leo. Shit be extreme. Shit hit the fan. You know what I'm saying? It's one hell of a show and shit like that. So if y'all been, you know, chilling because the moon been in Cancer, been a little bit fatigued, been a little bit in y'all feelings, you know what I'm saying? Been a little, yeah, trust you're not about to be um oh no, introvert no more. When the moon go into Cancer, you're gonna want to express that. You know what I'm saying? You gonna want to get that off and shit like that. So make sure it ain't no negative clearing right now in your private room, because soon as the moon hit Cancer, not Cancer, the moon hit Leo and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna feel the need to express whatever privately you've been going to, or people gonna want to look into your private matters and shit like that, or look into how you may feel and shit like that. And if that ain't good, that may come out and cause an event. You know what I'm saying? So, you get what I'm saying? You see how when you're a spirit and things, you don't necessarily gotta, you can see those attachments, those thoughts and those feelings, and see that interaction before it happened within the spirit realm. you know what I'm saying, like I just told y'all, and then start to create lights and colors and shit like that that may be able to help you cool that down. You know what I'm saying? So this is stuff that we all do naturally, y'all, and it's not a trick. Like it's not a trick. It's not a trick. So you know what I'm saying? When you know and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Now you got like a esoteric um you got esoteric GPS, you got esoteric, you don't know it's gonna be a rock right there, or you know it's gonna be a hurdle right there. You know what I'm saying? You can therefore separate early. You know what I'm saying? This is like doing spiritual self-realization because you're not gonna be in that space or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So really, when you ain't human, it's purpose. Shit like that. You don't get lost in the colors. You don't get lost in the moods. You don't get lost in the vibration. You're able to do you. You know what I'm saying? You're able to see all sides of the arena. You know, you're able to hear what's going on, but you're also able to separate as a spirit. AKA take yourself out of your bias, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you may be experiencing due to a chakra you may be participating in. Like I said, you got the domain 7 and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And based upon you being within that chakra, guess what? Your chakras was created off the chakras that we got above. So therefore, you gonna get hit and get your ass hit with the angle too if you within that and shit like that. So now you're gonna have an influence now, depending on how you react and respond to that, it's based upon the spirit. You know what I'm saying? The spirit ain't nothing. So the spirit like to create shit. And that's why we always here. You know what I'm saying? So energy can be created. Energy is always being created. This is new. This didn't happen before. Ain't nobody finna tell me my energy happened before. Bitch, I'm Cito. I'm killed. I create the motherfucking energy. So, you know, that's how we doing it. You know what I'm saying? We gotta be a little bit more, you know what I'm saying, outside of colors and shit. Colors get too fruity loops. They get too fruity pebbles. We've been eating that cereal for 1,000 times and shit like that. And this how the government, they could sit back and look at it, what we all responding to, and just give us a new version of that shit. So it's like them giving us a new version of Barbie and Ken and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody want to see that shit, you know, but just based upon that y'all being into human shit, like, you know what I'm saying? They can get y'all like movies like that, you know what I'm saying? Just to get y'all money and stuff like that, transmute y'all energies, all that type of shit. And shout out to whoever into that shit, but this is the truth though. Like, it's the truth. So they like reduplicate them. That's why they like reduplicate movies and shit like that. This is their stories. This is their witchcraft and shit like that. If I had a movie like that that was ruling minds and ruling perceptions and shit of like what people should be into and favorite, I do. You know what I'm saying? Shit. You know, especially if I had a business and I looked at me running the world as a business and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And I knew this shit worked, then I'm gonna do the same shit. Christmas, Easter, them is rituals. Halloween, I don't care what y'all think y'all doing with y'all mind. Them is rituals. Them is rites, homie. They have specific points, specific times, specific days. Humans, but humans don't see it like that. Humans ain't gonna see it like that. Y'all just human. Y'all just human. Y'all just human. Y'all just human. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, you know, you just lost in too many colors, lost in too many lights and things. And you gotta get back to the pure space. You gotta get back to the space where God wants you to be. You know what I'm saying? That's nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's nothing. Cause you ain't shit. You ain't shit. You ain't shit. Me, myself, you know what I'm saying? Me, myself, this body ain't shit. This shit ain't shit. So, you know, make sure y'all get y'all motherfucking head in the game. It's better to be into astrology when you're not a goddamn human and shit like that. If you a human and you astrology or shit, you probably like just doing astrology just because, like, you know what I'm saying, it's popping right now, and then it's like, all your friends into it right now. You don't want to be left out. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta like be like get on game and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because they putting everybody on the train right now because they trying to capitalize off, you know, people who talk about this shit on the daily energy, and that's what it's all about. So you know what I'm saying? So when you within them hues, you know what I'm saying? It ain't too many ways out. You know what I'm saying? They should they just throw big color block. They be big color blind in y'all, big color blocking y'all. Look, think at all the people in the hood that saw like Baby Boy and shit like that. And think of how many how them colors rule people. You know what I'm saying? All the people in the hood that listen to like certain type of music. Think of how all them colors rule people. You know what I'm saying? Think of all them colors. You know what I'm saying? So it's just it get real. It get real. So motherfuckers, y'all gotta get into y'all creative bag. I ain't saying don't participate, but we gotta expand the world too. You know what I'm saying? That's how we don't get be in a space where we don't think we have anything as a group of beings to contribute to the world, but somebody else did. You know what I'm saying? So why not? You know. So I gotta get out of y'all human mentalities, y'all human shit. Y'all human ideas, ideologies, and stuff like that. Understand what human is. You know what I'm saying? That's you receiving. That's you receiving a bunch of influences. And you're the man version of that. You if you're a female, you created the organ, and you resonated more with the feminine energies and things of that nature. So therefore, before you even manifested that body physically, you know what I'm saying, in the spirit realm, the desires you created, the things that you come into here and you automatically like now, those are like dealing with the desires, the internal. Like you came into the body and you like chocolate, or you don't like chocolate, you know what I'm saying? That energy was an energy that, even if it was a different form, it was something within the spiritual realm that you resonated with before you actually manifested the vehicle to to manifest these circumstances and situations of your likes and dislikes. So even all the way down to your family, you know what I'm saying? You manifested with that group of beings and the blood flow and imaginations they had. So this is like spiritually traveling before you even, what I'm saying, manifest the body. And we doing that now, you know what I'm saying? We're now thinking of ideas and who we are and coming up with concepts. So when we shed this form, we'll have a bigger existence and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So, you're not gonna be able to do that if you're a human. Like if you're a human, you're gonna be on Earth, and then you're gonna be what up under lights, but you're not gonna be understanding that, your ability here is to use this human existence to gain information, to then emit new types of information, or information that really sometimes don't even got to do with these colors and hues down here, but will be more in the space of like where you actually, what I'm saying, see yourself. So anytime, y'all know what I'm talking about. If especially if you got dreams, or like if you want to do something with your life for real. You always have those moments like when you ride down the freeway, or you ride down you in the neighborhood or whatever, or you listening to some music and you get those certain inspirations and those visions, and they don't have nothing to do with down here. They don't have nothing to do with the shit you going through on a daily. Those are energies, those are colors, those are lights. Those We always emitting light. We always create light. You know what I'm saying? We as the motherfucking spirit, you got your motherfucking space, you got your thought, which is your idea, your masculine, what I'm saying, what you externalize, and then how you feel about that. And that represents your space, you know what I'm saying? So that would be like your mentality, your masculine, your feminine, and shit like that. If you're a male, you more so have 60% masculine, 40% feminine. If you're a female, you have 60% feminine, 40% masculine, and shit like that. And then, you know what I'm saying, you were able to, you resonated with the spirits and stuff that were here before you a lot more and shit like that. So whatever you were doing in the spirit realm attracted you to a vessel, you know what I'm saying, or attract, or your dad caught your thought and shit like that, that went into his body and things of that nature. You shared that with your mom, had that vessel, that light that emitted, boom, you hop right in there. You know what I'm saying? Now you here. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way you're gonna gain some type of reality before you even get into having a position in the world and stuff like that. You got to gain some type of reality. You know what I'm saying? So if you out here in La La Land based upon what was created for you, you know what I'm saying, to think you somebody as a human or something like that, then that's what you under. You know what I'm saying? You ain't actually seeing the life how like ancient people and the people that run the world actually see this shit. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta, you know, step your mental frames up. You know what I'm saying? So that you gotta know life work way better and shit like that. Life work way better when you're not human and shit like that. And we gotta get the world on this in some way, shape, or form because and it's possible. Trust me. So we gotta get the world on this mental frame and shit like that so we can all, you know what I'm saying, start seeing things from a better aspect. And once we do that and shit like that, it's just gonna be naturally that we manifest more into our favor because we actually seeing the aspect of what the fuck we supposed to be seeing from the right way and stuff like that. I don't know, no nobody. You know what I'm saying? I know. So you see, everybody that's human and stuff like that. The humans got real good jobs. Humans got real good. You know what I'm saying? Humans get real good jobs, get real done over real good, get real. I don't know about that. Now, I ain't saying you. I ain't saying you an alien. I ain't saying you all that. I'm just saying you ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying spirit ain't nothing and stuff. So we just gotta keep it a huncho. A huncho all the time and things. But other than that, shit. Motherfuckers is out here, and I hope y'all getting with tourist season, and that's I'm trying to get tourist season and shit like that. Everybody trying to get their money up, their bands up, or just even their security up at this moment, or trying to uh, be have something to offer and shit like that. We all see the world going through a major change right now. So you know what I'm saying? I've been talking about this since before 2019. You know what I'm saying? I've been talking about this since 2016, but it's finally like here type shit. So you know what I'm saying? The world kind of getting more so on the frequency, which is cool and stuff like that. But it's infiltrated to a certain extent. So the real gonna have a real and shit like that. But it ain't just gonna be. We can't just leave it up to just it's gonna be what it is. Like we gotta start taking initiative. Why we got this little opening right now? You know what I'm saying? Why we got the opening and take, you know what I'm saying, control and shit like that. Because don't think, you know what I'm saying, you don't think boys in them ain't cooking up nothing with they major sons and you know what I'm saying, new sons and area 21s and stuff like that. I don't think they ain't doing that. I don't think that y'all ain't about to start seeing Star Trek. Y'all already seeing that. Y'all already seeing them testing it out with the little Twitter stuff, and y'all seeing them videos of the UFO. They like creating the world for y'all, making y'all see. Now, see, when you in my space, you ain't gotta worry about a UFO crashing into Earth and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? We know if they do that, they made up and shit like that because it ain't no such thing as something coming into Earth. We like crashing on Earth or no meteorite because we understand density. So you know what I'm saying, if we own the most dense piece of rock and shit like that right now and things that nature, you know what I'm saying, and we understand water got formed, rocks and shit like that got formed out of water and shit like that. So all water creates, you know what I'm saying, motherfucking rocks and shit based upon its transition and you know what I'm saying, temperature and pressure and crystals and shit like that. Create all that shit. All that shit come out the water. So therefore, if we know in the broader sense of things, you know what I'm saying, the more farther some out is and shit like that, the more light and weight it is. So even your thoughts and shit like that. So even you're not gonna be able to always see yourself how you think you see yourself physically within your mind. It's always gonna be different. But that thought can give you a point of reference, you know what I'm saying, to That thought can give you a point of reference as a guidance system and shit like that. So those are your chakras. Those are your stars, motherfucker. That's your sun, bitch. So that rotate around you and shit too. So that's how you got to see it. What's up, Mars? So that's how we got to see things. Mark, can you close my door? Okay, I'll get you some. I'm on live. Give me a minute, okay?
Where are you gonna get?
I'll let you know. Or you want to sit right here on the couch? You gotta be quiet though. So yeah, so that that's the it's your guidance system, them your chakras and things, so you want to tap into the actual way to actually see things and stuff like that, get the best information you can, because your spirit depend on it, your life depend on it and things, or you can just watch. Yeah, you feel me? So but I don't know, I know people don't like to be left out. Come here.
My nose is running.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, you're good.
Okay. You get your tablet.
Yeah, I'm watching Cooking Mercy.
You watching what?
Cooking Mercy.
Okay. You don't want to go finish until I'm finished, okay?
I'm gonna finish.
All right. Close my door. Yeah, so you want to make sure you got things in the right mind. You know what I'm saying? And the right mind frame. You know what I'm saying? We ain't worried about no aliens coming into things. That's just all stuff made up by the government to keep y'all busy and stuff. Like, what else? We even say that everything, a lot of stuff is made upon the space, the way that they created space and for y'all to see space. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that. A lot, even Jesus coming from the sky, like why everything's, yeah, y'all don't understand the psychology of something being able to invade you and just change your whole lifestyle. That's an actual real science, but for the most part, they like playing them energies. You get what I'm saying? You supposed to be the spirit that's not the body that's expanded, that know how to use your Jupiter. You know what I'm saying? That know how to use your sun. You know what I'm saying? That know how to use you up under the sun to get things done. Not something else invading you. You know what I'm saying? That's cap. That's cap. So anybody that's on here that's talking about they this from here and this from there, if they ain't making it make sense, you know what I'm saying? They saying they came from actual outer space. You know what I'm saying? They cap. You know what I'm saying? They cap. They cap. That ain't even space. Space. That don't even make sense with space being high space, cold, and we got a sun out there. That don't even make sense. So that lets you know that even the sun ain't. I told y'all it's not a floating fireball. That don't make sense. You with the sun, but you on the moon, but you're not getting burnt or shit. Like, come on. You're not like, come on. Like, we can't just keep doing this, y'all. Like, we gotta get serious. We gotta get for real. And on a basic level, I'm just the person that, for the most part, I'm Aquarius, so I'm gonna bring out the association of it. I'm gonna be like, why are we associating ourselves like this? Because I'm not finna play fake for none of you motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna talk to you like that. I'm gonna talk to everybody. I'm gonna actually have the information you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna do that. Now, as far as motherfucking and other spheres of things, you know what I'm saying? As far as yeah, y'all and y'all alignments and stuff like that, y'all got to do that from y'all perspective. You know what I'm saying? Use your gift, your talent. You know what I'm saying? See what you into and filter your perspectives through there. Now, if they ain't your perspectives, then don't filter them through your sun. You know what I'm saying? Don't express it. That's all that means. That's all that means. Okay, your son, use it to get seen for something. That's what you do. Get seen for something. Pay attention. That's your magic wand. What you making other people's pay attention to. And it's also how you can gain attention. So therefore, you know what I'm saying? I ain't finna associate myself like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just happy every day and stuff like that with what y'all be talking about and stuff like that. I'm not. I'm starting right now to let y'all know that y'all be into some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be into some bullshit. You know, I should be seeing like, what's popping and shit like that. Real shit. If you ain't got no thumbnail, if you ain't got no business, if you ain't got nothing out here and you ain't trying to utilize your magic, you just a person on the internet that just like listening to uh getting your feet tickled and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So we here trying to associate ourselves for real. So that's why I keep coming on. I'm trying to associate myself for real. Like, you know, so this can be all in everybody's pocket. So Cito subscription can be in everybody's pocket. You know what I'm saying? So we can know what's going on daily with these shits. So, you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all join that subscription at citoworld.com/subscription. The $5 joint pretty much is the joint that you can get monthly. I'm doing updating that daily and things, you know what I'm saying? Messaging people, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, questions, $30 subscription, you know what I'm saying? We can have better in-depth conversation about your astrology chart, which you may need to pay attention to for the months and stuff like that. Have a 30-minute consultation type shit. So that's all it is. That's all it is. You feel me? So yeah, so motherfuckers, y'all humans is weird. You know what I'm saying? So that don't be on no, make sure y'all human. Now the thing is though, I ain't saying it's easy not being a human and shit like that, because they didn't already rock to sleep about 90% of the world, 98%, 98%, 99% of the world. You know what I'm saying? They didn't rock y'all to sleep already. You know what I'm saying? They didn't rock y'all to sleep already. Y'all already think y'all, you know what I'm saying? Some shit. Y'all already practicing the ritual of a perfect family. Y'all been trying that for 2,000 years because y'all ain't got no knowledge. It don't work. Y'all marriages don't work. You know what I'm saying? Y'all love scenarios. It don't work. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, yeah, I don't know. Like y'all, I understand humanity and understand different types of existences and living and things, and it ain't too far off from what we already doing. It's just the brain be remixed in certain ways where, you know what I'm saying, it ain't even really beneficial for it, y'all. And spirits in my space. So I'm getting. So we gotta fucking get with humanity, get humanity in order. Get humanity in order it's imperative. You know, it's imperative that we get humanity in order, and it just starts to little things like that. You know what I'm saying? Just us having conversations. Um, Me giving conversation. Sometimes y'all adding me. Y'all hit me up on here. I'm gonna start eventually doing more like wider panels where y'all can get in and talk and stuff like that. But interaction. So we all manifest. So we all know now. We all know this as a realm of reality. Start emitting our lights here. I should see everybody in the goddamn chat saying what's up. You know what I'm saying? This is our world. This is our shit. You know what I'm saying? You here, you made it possible with me. But I don't care if I'm here speaking first because I have the more awareness here. I created more ways to interpret this existence. So therefore I created more colors and lights here. I created more ways to see it and shit like that. But it's information here for you too, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You can have your space in this shit too, and you can look like Cito and have some type of position where you look like you leading a new world, or you look like you have a know-how to go about, you know what I'm saying, and be an example for your family and others around you and shit like that. Y'all don't see me complaining about nothing and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see me on here. I'm doing this a lot, you know what I'm saying? So therefore that's what it is and shit like that. It's what God give you when God see you doing shit that God wants you to do. Not y'all crying about some other God that's gonna come back and help you stop doing some shit that you doing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I gotta get y'all mind reflingled and shit like that. Now, like I said, and there's other spirits within this space too that are aware and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So I just got a voice here. You know what I'm saying? There was a time I did. Because then that's when I was within the world amongst humans. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't really have no type of direction to shower. shadow work or internal self-realization and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Your guilt can drag you deep. The shit that make you guilty and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? The shit that you create, you always got to remember you're not the creation, you're the creator. If you created something negative and things, if you created something that you learn from, if you're not dead, if you got the same capabilities, you can create something new now. You know what I'm saying? We can start now. We can start now. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? This is for us to transform. We gotta start getting motherfuckers to their bag and they powers and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? They power so they can feel empowered and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? God like us being in that space, feeling empowered, to come up with ideas to create and bring our existence down here and shit to the point where we, you know what I'm saying, got our own version of create characters and shit like that. And we can start setting it up and shit like that. Make this shit already a movie. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know Zeus was gonna come down here. Goddamn Zeus down here now. You know what I'm saying? So even in any context of the uh um even any context of anthropomorphism and stuff like that, where you see, characters or um people like Jesus or something like that with a man in front of it, that lets you know that it was made with the principle to um it was made with the principles and virtues of what it's trying to show you. Like, this is a man, this is an idea, and when you go about this idea in this way, you know what I'm saying, this is what happens. So Jesus is just an allegory of when you sacrifice yourself for others and shit like that, and just you know what I'm saying. That's what you is. You know what I'm saying. You that Christ. But there's ways you could do that. You could do it for in positive ways, or you could do it in negative ways. So you could sacrifice your others to put this out and shit like that. I'm going to do this outside. 'Cause I've been trying to smoke more outside and shit like that because spray time and shit like that. So it's about external. It's actually about getting more out right now. When we got our shot, when we experiencing the first through the seventh house, which is basically springtime, through um to the end of fall, you know what I'm saying? We're dealing with more, I mean, to the start of fall, we're dealing with more externalization. So summer and spring is the most externalizing time. It's also the most time we get the most sun. You get it? And then, fall and winter will be the um more internal times. So I'm trying to do more outside the house. You know what I'm saying? And so that's kind of like just one of ways, like, I want to program myself. So you can program yourself off symbols, repetition, and trauma, shit like that. Symbols, you know, like I said, what I was saying about color earlier, how it just, speaks to a part of your subconscious and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You see somebody in a red dress, you're gonna get a different vibe than you feel. So see somebody in a green dress. That's symbolism. You know what I'm saying? The red dress, you may feel like she a little bit more freaky. Or green dress, you might saying she might be freaky still, but she gonna give you a little bit more sophistication just off jump. You know? So when we got um what I was talking about. Damn, fuck I was talking about, y'all. I don't know. But but I think I was talking about the fall and shit like that, fall and winter. So yeah, when we get into more externalizing times and things of that nature, this is when you know what I'm saying, you gotta shine. You know what I'm saying? This is when you supposed to shine and shit like that. And also you got your internal astrology. Y'all can learn more about that within the clubhouse, and I'm gonna get more on the classes and stuff like that as well. But yeah, other than that, I gotta get out soon. I gotta make this Mercury retrograde post because that's what we dealing with now. Mercury is retrograde. It's a Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? So it's a Mercury day. So that means uh, we on that Mercury, we on the Mercury vibe and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So Everybody may be kind of like, you know, trying to figure out what they're going to bring to the world right now, or what they're going to use to gain security, or maybe confused about their security right now just based upon Mercury uh, taking a retrograde back within our thoughts and things. You know what I'm saying? Within Taurus right now and shit like that. So we trying to reanalyze and restabilize. You know what I'm saying? What we trying to do. So we may confuse, all be confused about what we trying to do right now. Okay, so this Mercury retrograde, and that's gonna be for a little minute too. But right after this, I'm gonna jump in and make the post and stuff like that. And you know what I'm saying, this weekend I'm popping out. Um, and shit, really the weekend is Thursday and Friday, but you know what I'm saying? I think I'm popping out on a motherfucking Friday, low key. Something like that. Whatever. But nonetheless, you know what I'm saying? Shit is flowing and the world don't stop for nobody. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta address this shit every day. We gotta address this shit head on. You know what I'm saying? We gotta actually be participant and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how you look. You know what I'm saying? Even if you by yourself, you know what I'm saying? You stand up. You know what I'm saying? And then you put yourself in the space of all possibilities where you ain't limited. And that's when God gonna see you through and stuff like that. And no matter who somebody say you can't do, can't do, remember you ain't nothing. And the only time when you ain't nothing, you closer to the form of being all possibilities. And that's how you only gonna be able to develop any thoughts and feelings that get you out of anything. You ain't gonna do that with a limited view as a human. All right, y'all. And I'm out. Get y'all ass. Yeah.